Okay, so bigger is better when it comes to hair, and not just in Texas, here in Kansas City too. And we're not all born with the body and oomph we want. So here to give us some volumizing tips is stylist Courtney Erps, along with the owner of Arista Salon. So you said it all really starts in the shower.
Yes, definitely. For sure, one of the best things to do with the dryness of the winter and the static that we all fight, I think, is using the correct shampoos, conditioners, and even masks that are volumizing and densifying will help a ton.
Okay, and then if we want to style our hair, what are some of those tips and tricks of the trade that maybe not everybody at home knows?
Well, I think with Chrissy, we have added some hair extensions. They are permanent. They last for about 6 months, so it's not something she has to put in every single day, which makes things a lot easier on most of us. The other thing we did is we used curl, but we did curl in the middle of her head instead of focusing just at the bottom part to give that volume on the side. And then another big tip I think that helps a lot of people at home is the crimper at the root. We all remember the crimper of the 80s, and we're not talking crimping your hair, we're just talking underneath at the root to give it that volume.
And that's something that really I had never heard of, so I'm so excited. Katie's going to show us how to do that.
Yes.
Where do you recommend parting the hair? Because, right, we don't want to see all those crimp lines.
Right. Definitely, I would say about a ½ an inch underneath the part would help. And just crimping right at the base to give it that bulk. It's almost like backcombing without having to backcomb.
Okay, and then why would a lot of people maybe choose to do this? Why is it we want that extra lift to start at the root maybe instead of midway through the hair?
Well, that's what's going to give us our volume. It's going to give us the not having to look like a drowned rat and just the limp hair that I feel like we all fight, not just in the winter, but all year round.
Okay, and is this a common question you get when people walk into the salon?
Yes, it's definitely a big question. All the time, but definitely now with the colder weather and the static and dryness right now.
Okay, and then what about these products? I see this is hairspray over here, or this is volume
that's
powder.
VIP. That's one of our most popular products. That's going to give you boost at the root as well when your hair's dry. So with Chrissy, we prepped our hair with the root lift, which is this one here, and then we used an all-over volumizing cream that helps blow dry. And then we went from wet to dry with the round brush, and then we went in with the VIP and helped with the volume at the root.
Okay, and a lot of us when we're rushing around, we might like to skip steps. I don't know if you're guilty of that,
yes.
But you know, we all kind of are. So when we hear about a root lift or a powder, you know, why does this actually make a difference?
Well, it's going to give you that quick lift, so it'll be easy. You know, a lot of us just throw our hair upside down and dry it, and without any product in there, it's just going to lose all the volume that you put in there to begin with. So that's, I think, probably one of the biggest reasons why I would always suggest doing some sort of product.
Okay, and then you said that she has a little bit more permanent extensions. When you guys put them in, where did you start at, and you know, why is that a good solution?
So with Chrissy, yes, we use the Great Lengths extensions. We put them in, I mean, they start probably right about here, and they're all over. They're very tiny, they're not damaging to your hair. They last, so you don't have to maintain them every, 6 to 8 weeks. It's something that you don't have to come back for, but every 4 to 6 months probably. So it just helps without having to put in clip-ins every day or fight with volume that you'd never have otherwise.
Okay, Courtney, Katie, and Chrissy, thank you all for coming on the show and for all of those amazing volumizing tips.